Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. This is Mira with Star Sisters Intuition. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night. For today's reading, we are looking at what is balancing for you during this Libra new moon. And to do this reading, we have 4 piles. So pick between the 4 piles. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I'm going to add the crystals and I'll be right back. And here we have the crystals. For pile number 1, we have a rose quartz heart. For pile number 2, we have a copper ball. For pile number 3, we have a yellow azestolite. And for pile number 4, we have a rainbow aura quartz tower. So pick whichever pile, crystal, or number is calling to you, and that's going to be your reading. It might be one pile, it might be multiple, it might be all of them. You never really know. So whatever you're drawn to, and trust your intuition, because that's going to guide you to the correct pile for you. And now let's head into the readings. Hello pile number 1, you have chosen the rose quartz heart, and we are going to keep your crystal right here. And I'm going to lay out your cards and I'll be right back. And here we have your cards, pile number 1. We have the Magician, the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and then these 2 cards right here, which is the Unicorn card and Oyster. So now let's get into what this all means. Right off the bat, what I see, because we have the Magician right next to the Nine of Pentacles, what's coming in, the balance that's coming in, is the balance between your ideas and your ability to, in the 3D, manifest those ideas, to make that a reality by having a practical plan and working towards it. I also see that your, like, the magical side of you is being balanced with the practical side of you. That's like the best way to put it. A message I got from Spirit is that you are making your dreams a reality. You are putting the work in to make those dreams happen by finding this balance between having ideas and manifesting or bringing towards you the things that you want, and also taking action in the 3D to actually complete the manifestation cycle. Because we have the Three of Swords, I also hear from Spirit that you may have felt a little resistance, and you may have felt like your energies were blocked, and this could have put you in like a downcast mood. But Spirit wants you to know that this is okay. This is going to help you to relax. Like, sometimes we have to take a step back in order to take 3 steps forward, and that's kind of what I'm getting from Spirit right now for you guys, is that because you've learned, or this balance is coming in, you're going to be able to take that step back in order to, like the Magician, bring your ideas together and really formulate what you want, and then you'll be able to move forward and, like the Nine of Pentacles, actually bring them to this material world by taking action. Because we have the Unicorn here and the Oyster, I really got a strong, like, magical type vibe from this. And then it's the Unicorn and the Magician right next to each other. So again, like, bringing that magic to your life, but also having the practical plan to see it through. And also because we have the Oyster, I kind of get the feeling that you're starting to come a little bit out of your shell and explore a little bit more. And maybe another thing I hear is that you might have in the past held yourself in that shell because you were slightly afraid of getting hurt. Maybe a past experience or something led to that, but now I see that balancing out to where you are able to go out, get out of your shell and go out of your comfort zone, but have, like, the strength within you to put boundaries in place so you aren't getting hurt. You see the moon behind the Unicorn? I really, really get this strong message and vibe of being able to take your past ideas and your past manifestation, like wants, and really figure out how you can make them happen right now, so that moving forward, you're able to obtain those. And this new moon is really bringing you a lot of that balanced energy so that you can start to put your manifestations into action. Does that make sense? Like your ideas into action. Okay, so now we have a couple more cards to get through. We have gliding through the currents. With a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease. Going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. Like, what were we talking about? Finding that practical plan to help your dreams actually come to fruition. That's what's happening right now for you during this new moon cycle. Then we also have brown bear spirit, take time out. And that's also what I was getting with the Three of Swords, is that you're going to take that time to take a step back, to evaluate and to get your ducks in a row, so to speak, so then you can lunge forward. And lastly, before I get to the last card, I just noticed that there's a 9 here, and we were talking about completing your manifestation cycle, so there's definitely a completion of a cycle happening here. Oh, and then there's the 9 of Pentacles too. So yes, that's a confirmation right there. Then we have Niyamas. And with Niyamas, it's just confirming what we were talking about, the fact that you take some time to observe, take some time to take a step back, and really start to do some self-reflection and observing your inner self, because Niyamas is all about self-observance. So just observe yourself and where you are in this moment, and how you can make your wants into your reality. And also another message I just got is get into the feeling of those wants, because that's gonna help you to see how you can bring them into this reality. And lastly, I'd like to take some last advice from Spirit on this reading. Okay, I'm gonna take this one too. Recharge. Oh my god. Okay, so there's nothing like a walk on the beach to soothe your soul. So I think a strong message from Spirit is to take some time to recharge during this new moon, so you can find that balance between your ideas and a practical plan, and so that you don't burn out in trying to achieve your ideas. And perseverance, stay the course. So yeah, just keep going, keep moving towards your goals, persevere, but also be sure to take that time to recharge and find the balance between the two. Again, like the balance between your ideas and the action you take in the physical reality. Pile number 1, that was your reading. Thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. I am so grateful to have been able to do this reading, and I hope you're able to take advantage of this Libra new moon and really hone in on the balance that is coming towards you. This is balance that's coming to you. So I really hope you're able to utilize this balance to its fullest potential and recharge so that you can move forward at greater speed. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Be sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified when we upload. And I'll catch you in another reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. You have chosen the copper ball. And we're going to keep it right here. And this is your reading. I'm going to lay out your cards and I'll be right back. Pile number 2, these are your cards. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Cups. Then we have the High Priestess, the Bear, and the Horse. So now let me get into what this all means. I got a really interesting message right as I was putting these cards down, that for now, this will be for some of you, you'll be the balance that's coming in is balancing time with friends and family and time with an intimate, no, not intimate, but a romantic relationship. Finding balance between those two by taking time for yourself and reflecting on your energies and really doing some like internal work and just having some time to yourself. Now that's for some of you, and that was a very specific message. For others of you, what I see is finding that balance between giving your energies and your time to other people and other people's needs, and also giving time to yourself and your needs. The message that I get is after you've spent time with other people, go and spend some time with yourself and reflect on everything that your mind is bringing up. Reflect on those things, even write it down if you have to. That way, you're able to kind of separate your energies from the energies of the other people around you, and so you're not becoming absorbed and attached to their problems. And I also get that because this is like what is balancing, this is happening to you. It's just a matter of you taking it and going with it, going with the flow, so to speak. Like your mind is already bringing that to your attention and wanting you to reflect on it, so those thoughts keep coming back up, but it's just about you taking that time to actually reflect on it. And because we have the bear spirit and the horse spirit, and bears are mostly solitary creatures with the exception of the mothers when they have their cubs, but they don't live in big family units or anything like that. They're very solitary, whereas horses, on the other hand, are mostly group animals. They live in I don't know what the exact term is, but they live in like family units, I guess. But yeah, they're social creatures. So like again, that balance is what's coming to you, being able to find the time for yourself so that you can have some time in solitude while also having time for the social and social aspects of you and all the other people in your life. And also kind of what I got right now is that for some of you, people might come to you with their problems and it might end up draining your energies because of that. So what I get from this Libra new moon is that you're going to be able to find the balance of knowing when to take a step back and say, I need some time for myself right now, and I don't really have time to help you with your problems. That's like a huge message that I'm getting, and I'm also understanding that you're gonna find so much peace and so much like happiness through this balance that's happening for you. Oh, it's so beautiful. All right, let's look at your other cards because we have a few other cards that we have to get through. We have Every Step Counts. I think this is a sea slug. There is an advantage in taking things slowly. Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. So again, like really take some time to evaluate, to reflect, and to really just see what is working for you and what isn't. And also, like I've been getting this message consistently through several readings now. Taking time to observe who you're allowing into your energy like circle. Who are those people? Who are those energies? Are they draining you? Because if they're draining you, then it's time to cut that out, Take this time during this new moon to really reflect on who you hang around, who you allow into your circle, and how they affect you. See your energies after hanging around them and before hanging around them, and really do some great reflections during this period. The next card we have is Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. And what I think this is calling you to do is to really, again, look at the small things that people do around you, the people around you that they do. Do those small things, are there red flags in those small things? You know, like a lot of times red flags are actually really tiny. Like we don't really notice it and we kind of brush it off. But then they come to form a bigger picture. And that bigger picture is what we see. But if we started to notice the small things, then we can save ourselves so much trouble. I hope that makes sense. Then lastly, we have prana. Prana is all about that life force within you. So I think really honing into your life force, to your breath, to your body is going to again help you in this period of finding that balance. And it's also, again, like we were talking about before, finding that happiness and that peace, that inner peace. I really feel like that's coming to you like full force right now. All right, we're gonna take 2 more, or however many come out, advice cards from Spirit to end this reading. Filling this one, and I'm filling one more. We have, take the helm, be in control of your own ship. So what this is telling me is like, take control of the people that you're not taking control of those people, but take control of who you allow into your life. Don't just allow anybody to enter your circle, because if you're just allowing any type of energy to enter your circle, you're not really going to be able to balance your own energies, because these people could be like draining you without you even realizing it. And the next card we have is dive. You don't find pearls on the seashore. So yes, sometimes it takes a little bit of work. I don't want to say work, but like diving deeper into getting to know somebody, or just diving deeper, and it takes some digging to actually find the right people and the right energies that we want to surround ourselves with. So don't just take the first people that come to you just because they're coming to you, you know? It's like that self-respect kind of thing. Pile number 2, I'm so excited for this balance that's coming into your life and all the beautiful relationships that you're bringing to you, along with the relationship that you're building with yourself. That's the most important thing, the beautiful relationship that you're building with yourself. I'm so excited to see that, and be sure to let me know in the comment section below how this journey has been and anything that you would like to tell me. Thank you for sharing your energies with me, pile number 2. And if you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Be sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified when we upload, and I'll catch you in another reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. You have chosen the yellow azestolite, and this is your reading. I'm going to lay out your cards and I'll be right back. So pile number 3, we have your cards. We have the 5 of Swords, the 10 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, then we have the Snake Spirit and Hummingbird Spirit. Now let's get into what this all means. Right off the bat, because we have the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, the balance I see coming in for you is finding a balance between your mind and your emotions. Sometimes I think your mind plays tricks on you. So even in situations where it's like a happy situation, or you're fulfilled, your mind, in the back of your mind, it's like, but is this really like going to stay this way? Like, am I really happy? You know, the doubt starts to creep in. And what I see is like this new moon is really starting to put those things to rest. And a lot of this is going to happen by healing your inner child through like the healing work for your inner child. I see that there might be some hurts or something still there. And I think right now you're going to start to heal that. And I distinctly remember I was watching a video the other day, and somebody said that they heard a great piece of advice of imagining yourself hugging yourself as a child. So you hugging yourself as a child. Does that make sense? You hugging your child self. So like to be like, everything is going to be okay, you know, whatever happened, we'll heal it together. And it's just like that imagination of imagining that happening is such a powerful thing, because through that we can find some deep answers and deep healing as well. So I really see you finding the balance between what your mind is telling you and what your emotions are telling you, and being able to get them onto the same page of like, your mind is also in a space of tranquility as well as your emotions. So them both being on that same page. And it's kind of funny because I've been saying page and you have the Page of Pentacles. But yeah, and that a lot of that is going to have to do with your healing of your inner child. And because we have the snake spirit and the hummingbird spirit, I get the idea of like being able to ground your energies, but also being able to find the freedom that you're looking for. Because we have the swords and hummingbird with air, so like there's the air signs, and then you have Page of Pentacles, which is a earth sign, and then you also have the snake, which is a earth, like earth element. So it really tells me that your emotions are going to help you find that balance of grounding your energies, but also finding that freedom. And a lot of people are afraid of snakes, but they're not. The majority of snakes are actually fearful of us over anything, so they try to avoid us at all costs. You know, of course that doesn't always happen, but it's definitely something that they attempt to do. And what I kind of get from that is that do not fear your mind. There's a lot of those messages that come into your mind, or a lot of those thoughts that come in are from your childhood. And so it's nothing to be feared. It just needs to be healed. And that's what I see you doing over the course of this new moon in Libra, is starting that journey. It's not even that like the healing is going to come overnight, so don't be disappointed if it takes time, but it's that like the catalyst is happening during this new moon. It's just going to propel you just a little bit so that to get the ball rolling. And because we have the yellow azestolite here, I got a message of like your intuition is going to be your greatest guide right now. Your third eye is going to be opening so much during this period. And then that is going to help you find that balance. So now let's look at the rest of your cards, because we have a few here. We first have childlike devotion. Oh my God. You are multi-talented. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. It is so wild to me when things like this happen. Like we were talking about the child and the example of hugging hugging yourself as a child, like all of that just to come out in this one card. Oh God. But yeah, definitely envision yourself doing that, and let me know in the comments below if you feel called to how that experience went. I'd be very interested to know. Then we have koi fish spirit. There is always enough. So again, like knowing that you can reach your ultimate emotional fulfillment, because there's always enough to go around. the lack mentality that your mind has will start to ease away as this balance comes in. We then have ahimsa. And so typically, the word ahimsa means non-violence. However, what I've come to, the message that I've received from ahimsa is that to take the time of a period of slowness to really dig deep. And because we have the moon here, and we have the a third eye right on top of that, so it really calls to me that your third eye, as we were saying before, is going to be opening up with and connecting with this new moon to such a strong level to where you're going to find that balance. The balance that's coming in for you guys, the peace and the happiness and the healing is just amazing. I mean, look at this rainbow right here and this child, the happiness, you're being able to finally heal your inner child. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. All right, now let's get 2 more advice cards from Spirit to end this reading. Okay, now let's get one more advice card from Spirit. Thank you. So we have chance. Allow the sea to wash its chest of wonders ashore. You never know what the tide may bring in. Yeah, really give it a chance. Give yourself the chance to really experience this balance and allow it to fully come in. And direction. Trust your inner compass and find your bearings. It really is wild to me when these things happen. But yeah, your intuition is your guide. It's going to tell you what you need to heal and how to heal it. It's going to help you. And like I said, embracing your inner child, really figuring out those hurts and overcoming them is going to make you so much stronger and so much more well balanced. And that peace and happiness that you'll find through it is going to be amazing. Pile number 3, I loved your reading. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Be sure to hit the bell icon to be notified when we upload, and I'll catch you in another reading. I'm also sending you lots of love and light. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. This is your reading. You have chosen the Rainbow Aura Quartz Tower, and I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to lay out your cards, and I'll be right back. Alright, pile number 4, here we have your cards. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and the Page of Cups, along with the Crocodile Spirit and the Earthworm Spirit. So now let's get into what this all means. The message that I'm getting on the balance coming in to you during this Libra new moon is being able to make a decision that is not only grounded and practical, but also fulfilling to your emotions and to your higher self. I see you finding this balance through being able to do some reflections and research. So by researching whatever it is that you need to make a decision on, for example, if this is school or a career, and you're trying to figure out what major you want to go into or what career you want to get into, and it's you're looking at, well, what is going to make me enough money so that I can live the lifestyle I want to live, while also looking at what do I actually like to do. So, because a lot of times people get into fields or careers simply because they think it's going to make them a lot of money, or because it's going to give them some type of security, but you may not like that field, and because of that you may do poorly in it, or it might drain a lot of your energies to where you don't even want to do it anymore. And what kind of security does that actually bring, and what kind of fulfillment is that going to bring if you're just miserable all the time? So I really see you finding this balance to where it's like, all right, I see that I'm going to need practical plans. I need to have some practicality, but I also have to look at what is fulfilling me, what is bringing me this fulfillment, you know? And I think when you find what brings you that fulfillment, that you'll be able to really draw in how to practically apply it. And because we have the crocodile spirit and earthworm, both of these spirits are very like standstill type of creatures. Let me explain that a little bit better. Like a crocodile, it usually just kind of sits there waiting for its prey with its mouth open, or just basking in the sun or whatever. Like they can be very still, but then when they need to move, they strike with such quickness. And the earthworm too, like they can be equally as still, but when they need to move, they move so quickly, you know? And also because of like the rainbow energy here that I see is like all the colors, like I feel like you're bringing in a lot of brightness into your life during this new moon, and it's going to illuminate where you need to put your energies to and where you need to take a step back, so that you can find out so you can find the balance in being able to make this decision. So you can make a well-balanced decision is what I'm trying to say. I think this period is going to be a great time for reflections, and you're going to be reflecting on so many things, and through those reflections you're going to find this balance in being able again to make a well-balanced decision in whatever your situation might be. Like there could be numerous examples, like the example of the career or the schooling, or could also be like if somebody wants to move, you know, where to move and when, and like looking at what area you want to move to, but also like the practical side of like the finances in those areas, and all the other things, you know. Take a look at your last few cards. We have help appears in various ways. There's much support for you. Sometimes you may get so adrift you forget to look to the support systems that are with you continually. So maybe also taking some time to reflect and ask other people for help and guidance, and then reflect on their answers so that you're able to gain other perspectives. And then the next card we have is Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. And I mean, we were just talking about asking for guidance and for help, and so maybe it's even asking your spirit guides and asking Spirit to help you find this reflection period, to help you see these reflections, and then also to ask and seek guidance on how you can practically look at whatever decision you're making, and then you reflect on your emotions to be able to find that balance. I hope that made sense. Then the last card we have is Vata. So with Vata, I think it's about, again, finding that balance between the practical side of your decision and the emotional fulfillment side. Again, we have two people here, and it's like finding like the balance between the two, and knowing when to move forward and when to take a step back. I really see this balance coming for you full force, like knowing when you need to take your time to really do some reflections and when it's the time to strike. Let's take two last cards from Spirit. Okay, well, I'm going to take 3 for this one. And we have the first card as the Ocean. Be beautiful, mysterious, wild, and free. So yeah, live your life and allow your emotions to really guide, or your emotions and your intuition to guide you to the life that you want to live, because there's really no point in living a life that you think is going to bring you what society claims as success when you're not being fulfilled and you're not happy. Then we have take the helm, be in control of your own ship. Yeah, take control of your life and the decisions you make. Then it says listen. The secrets of the sea become apparent when we listen to the sound within the shells. So I really do think, like, lastly, it's about listening to your inner self and what you're really being called to go towards. And through that, you're going to find this balance, because it's all about reflections. Pile number 4, that was your reading. Thank you so much for sharing your energies with me. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Be sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified when we upload. And I'm sending you lots of love and light. I'll catch you in another reading. Bye.